Good morning, thanks for joining me for another What I Eat in a Day as a vegan on Slimming World. Today is Wednesday, hump day, it's all downhill to the weekend from here. That's Delta in the background. Delta. It's one of those days. Anyway, so as I said, thanks for joining me for another What I Eat in a Day as a vegan on Slimming World. If you're not vegan or you're not on Slimming World, or that's fine, you can still be here, it's just food. My name's Leanne and I am of course trying to lose weight on Slimming World because I'm a little large. But I'm just making myself some breakfast. It's currently just before 10 o'clock. I'm working from home still, have been since March. All right, Doubts. And yes, so I'm just making myself some food. I normally have breakfast around this time. I start work at 8 o'clock, but the same as in the office, really, I would have breakfast around this time, so routine. This morning, I'm just going for some fruit and yogurt. So I've got the Alpro Greek style plain yogurt, and I've got an apple chopped up and a banana chopped up. And I'm just gonna soup it up a little bit with some caramel and vanilla syrup. And I'm thinking I might toast some nuts or seeds as well. I've got my brand new eco pan and I've just given it a first wash in soapy water. And I'm just gonna use it to toast my seeds. I've put in 2 teaspoons of pumpkin seeds and 1 teaspoon of sunflower seeds, and I'm just going to toast them up a little bit. Seeds are 1 syn per teaspoon, so this is 3 syns. I've used 200 grams, so half the pot of the Greek yogurt, and it's half a syn for 100 grams, so that's 1 syn plus that seeds is 4 syns. As I said, just to make it a little more exciting, I'm going to add some caramel and vanilla syrups on top. These are half a syn each per teaspoon. I've used 2 teaspoons of each, so that's 2 syns, 1 for each flavour. So in total, this is a 6 syn breakfast. However, the reason that I'm not using the seeds as part of my healthy extra B, they would be half of a healthy extra B for this amount, is because I am planning on using my healthy extra B at lunchtime. So that's that. Once I mix all this in, I'm really hoping it's not going to be too sweet, but I did want it to taste a little bit caramelly. So there we go, just doing that all important last few drips off the spoon there. Don't want to waste a thing once you syn it. So the other thing that I'm having is a coffee, just with my usual 100 mils of Alpro Almond Barista for 1 syn. So in total, I'm actually starting on 7 syns, which now seems quite a lot now I've said it out loud, but that's okay. I just wanted to say that breakfast was incredible. So incredible my voice just went. Yeah, really, really nice. So I'll definitely be doing that again. It's lunchtime and I am ready for some lunch. I'm hungry. Today I'm going to have a sandwich for lunch. I was going to have a sandwich and crisps, but then I thought, oh my God, why am I wasting 3.5 syns on some hula hoops puffs, which are lovely, but I could up the protein and still have the crunch factor if I do some crispy chickpeas with my sandwich. Some people call crispy chickpeas a tweak, but the way I see it, they're a tweak if you're eating them as like a mindless thing, you know, like on a Sunday afternoon, if you're watching a film and you just want something to shove in your mouth and you're not hungry, that's a tweak. Like if you were to use crispy chickpeas instead of, you know, like some popcorn or something like that. But as part of a meal, I always think that they're okay. And like I said, with this particular meal, they're adding protein, they're adding the crunch that I quite fancy, and they're going to keep me satiated for a hell of a lot longer than some hula hoops puffed would. Not that there's anything wrong with hula hoops puffed because they are yummy, but yes, I'm going to do chickpeas instead. So I'm going to do them in the air fryer, of course, and I've come up with the idea to get them extra crispy. I've added some corn flour to my spice mix, And the spice mix that I'm using is probably my favourite one for crispy chickpeas. It's this Wicked Kitchen, oh you can't even see, Wicked Kitchen Mango Masala. Brilliant, you can't even see it. Let me get my new one. There we go, Wicked Kitchen Mango Masala. So obviously that's the end of a pot, so I've just chucked a teaspoon of corn flour in there, which is half a syn, and I'm just going to mix it together and use that to coat my chickpeas, and I'm hoping that's just going to make them like extra crispy. And then we'll go from there. Okay, I've drained and rinsed my chickpeas. They're still a little bit wet. I've had them over the sink in the sieve just to try and drain them properly, but they are still slightly wet, and that will make the spices hopefully stick. As you can see, I've mixed the corn flour in really, really well to the spice mix. So I'm hoping this is gonna do the trick. We'll see. Sorry if the sound of the air fryer is a little bit loud. I'm just want to show you my sandwich. So I've toasted up 2 pieces of bread from a small wholemeal loaf. So that's my healthy extra B choice for the day. I've got 1/3 of a pack of tofurkey slices, which is 52 grams, which is 2 syns. For some reason, if they're all stacked up like this, I don't like them. I have to separate them. I don't know why. It's just weird. On my sandwich as well, I've got quite a lot of cucumber, and I've got a whole tomato, and I'm going to put a load of leaves in as well. So there's plenty of speed going on here. So I've just layered it. Because I'm not using any like mayonnaise or anything today, it's dry, so I want like the wetter ingredients to soak into the bread a little bit. So I've got all my cucumber layered up on the bottom, then tofurkey, then a big handful of leaves, which is why it's like mounded, then more tofurkey, and then my tomato on top. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of salt and pepper because that will complete me. And here we have lunch. So I've also just chopped up, well, I peeled it as well and chopped up a carrot into carrot sticks. Got my crispy chickpeas and my giant fat sandwich. So as you can see, lots of speed, but also plenty of protein from the chickpeas and the tofurkey. And of course, my healthy extra B choice of bread. This is only half the chickpeas, maybe slightly under. I'll have some more in a minute. I just wanted the last ones to crisp up, but I'm really hungry, so I want to eat now. There we go, look. So got some chickpeas on my plate, of course, and then some to eat as well. I'm just going to sit at the table and read my book. It's a habit I'm trying to get into just to get away from the screen for a little bit during lunch. Hey guys, it's dinner time. So Mum came round for a cup of tea earlier, so I had a coffee then, which was 1 syn. And I also had a couple of chocolates. So yeah, I've essentially reached my syns limit for today, so no more syns for me. Yeah, I just had a couple of chocolates left in my Hotel Chocolat vegan Sleekster, the big chocolate box. So yeah, I ate them earlier. Anywho, it's dinner time now. So I'm having lentil bolognese. If you watched Monday's video, you would have seen I made a huge vat, and here is the portion I'm having today. I'm going to have it with whole wheat spaghetti, which I'm going to weigh. I've got out of the habit of weighing things, and you guys were all very helpful yesterday when I talked about how big my portions have got of like the carby, more carby type things. So yes, I'm gonna go back to weighing. What I'm not gonna do is tell you guys how much I'm having of things, because like free food, I mean, because everyone's appetite is different, and I still kind of know how much I was having before, so I'm just gonna cut it back a little bit, but I don't think it's necessary to tell you the gram value. That's what I'm saying. So yeah. That's that really, and I'm gonna have some broccoli with it as well, so yeah. Okay, so I've just cooked my spaghetti and broccoli, and this is all the spaghetti I'm having. It's probably still a bit of a bigger portion than some people might have, but for me, I already like look at it and think, oh my god, it's not gonna like be enough. But that's pure greed, I think, talking, because there should be plenty. So I've got literally like a third of a bowl of broccoli going on over there. And oh my goodness, excuse me, I gurgled. Yeah, so I'll just add my lentil bolognese, and I'm having both my healthy extras of cocoa vegan cheese for both my healthy extra A's. That's 80 grams that I've grated there. So now my bowl is like full, but it's like all bolognese, which is good because, well, not all bolognese obviously, but there's a large proportion of bolognese to spaghetti. So I feel like that's a good thing. And then obviously I'm gonna pop my cocoa cheese on there, bit of salt and pepper on my broccoli, and I'm good to go. Okay, so that's with all the cheese on. It is quite a lot of cheese, but it just makes it feel really treaty. But of course it is weighed and measured, so all good. I'm gonna go eat before I make any more of a mess playing with my food. Yeah, this is sin-free plus my 2 healthy extra A's. Nearly forgot to end my video today. I am just drinking my nighttime tea. I also had a cup of pucker after dinner tea. My regular viewers will know that it's pretty much a ritual I have every night. But yeah, that's all from me. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.